Happy Friday, folks. In today's video, we're talking about the latest Lions news and rumors, and there is a ton. A ton. Why is that? Free agency is right around the corner. It's a crazy offseason. A lot of trades already taking place. We're not even going to do the graphics intro. We're just getting right into it because there's so much going on. Another center has signed away. That was on the open market. Clearly, the Lions are wanting to get a center. And a lot of people are wondering, why haven't the Lions cleared up the money for Jared Goff as of yet? Remember, free agency starts on Wednesday. That's when you have to have, that's the new league year. Tampering starts Monday, but we have been made, well, hell, we just made a trade, right? David Montgomery, we sent him away. The money you don't got to worry about, unless you're signing a guy right now that's on the free agent market right now. The money's not going to really matter until the new league year starts. So we'll wait and see, when or what they're going to do with the cap. We've seen a team like the Chicago Bears. They have been crazy. They traded away DJ Moore, saved some cap right there. Releasing some players. Tremaine Edmonds released. You're seeing the Vikings just releasing galore of players. And Lions, we haven't really heard anything as of yet. Only thing that we have heard is, not going to be too active in free agency. In the free agent period. And we're hearing a lot of NFL teams, to be honest, is not going to be too... That's why we're seeing a lot of trades. That's better to acquire talent, what a lot of GMs believe right now, than this free agent period, a lackluster free agent period. So are you concerned that the Lions have not made the adjustments with money for Jared Goff, and some people are getting signed right now? I'm not worried about the signing right now. I'm not. But what are you guys? Are you guys concerned? 1, being not concerned at all. 10, being super concerned. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, free agent one that a lot of people are talking about, and that's Cameron Jordan. He has hit the free agent market. The New Orleans Saints have released him. Everyone's been asking me, should the Lions go after Cam Jordan? Look, I am never going to get upset at any pass rusher coming to Detroit. This is the way that I see it. Is Cam Jordan better than Marcus Davenport right now? Yes. Is he better than Joshua Pascal? Yes. Is he old? Yes. Can he still produce a little bit? Yeah. So I wouldn't be opposed to it, but there's a lot of pass rushers that will be on the market and the trade market. I would like to just see that first, right? There's Kayvon Thibodeau's out there in the trade market. Obviously, we'll talk about Maxx Crosby in a minute, but I made my video the other day letting you know I don't believe that the Lions are going to get him, but they were in the mix, and to drive up the price just a little bit. So we'll get into that in a minute. But Cam Jordan, look, if you can bring in Davenport, then you literally, can bring in anybody. But he is better than those two, that's for sure. But I like to find other individuals first, right? And draft a pass rusher as well. But that shouldn't be part of this free agency for us to complain about or anything of that nature. And that gives us back to more free agency here. And I've been saying this forever. So this is a real one. This is a real rumor. I've been telling you this for months now. The Jets and Alex Anzalone are going to be connected. That's where I think Alex Anzalone goes. Why do I say this? It's simple. Aaron Glenn is desperate. He needs help on their whole team. And when you're a desperate coach and a desperate GM who's lost half your coaching staff, you're going to blow money in free agency to try to get as much wins as humanly possible. And I think they overspent for Alex Anzalone. And I like Alex Anzalone, but I'm kind of getting tired of the contract stuff, and I'm not going to overspend for him. His play was reduced last year. You've seen it. We all seen it. I think from a fan, we do get attached to certain players, and when we lose certain players, it really upsets us. I'll go that to Quandre Diggs years ago when we traded him to Seattle. I was really upset about that one. And to me, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me for there. But he was young. He had a lot of years left in him, and he was still talented. When you look at it like an Alex Anzalone, he's a little bit older, right? He's in his 30s. And do you want to unload a boatload of money for something like that? I'm not going to get upset about it. David Montgomery, when we traded him, we got good in return. So as much as I love Monty, and I love Knuckles, and you all know I wanted him to stay here, but that was a good trade. You save money, and they did. You get draft picks and a player. And the player will be a backup. And you do need backups. There's nothing wrong with backups. You know. Kayode Usiko was our backup for a while until he started to suck. But he was a good, reliable one. You need to have a backup there. We're going to have some injuries. And so that's what Juice Scruggs will be. I'm not counting on this guy at all to be some sort of starter. So are you... Give me one reaction, Alex Anzalone potentially going to the Jets. Give me your thoughts in the comments right there. And let's go ahead and just get into this Maxx stuff here. This is good news for the Lions, not necessarily him coming to here, because I don't think that was going to happen. The Lions did offer. They did put in a bid, but there is other teams that is doing more. And my fear has always been not Chicago. And this latest rumor is suggesting the Ravens and the Cowboys are stepping up. That is good. Not Chicago. I don't care if you're for or against Maxx Crosby. Not Chicago. Because he does make them better. They cleared up a lot of money. I think it's around $40 million in cap space. They're rumored to be going after Tyler Linderbaum. We can't have Tyler Linderbaum and Maxx Crosby on the Bears next year. That would be devastating to us. It would be horrible. And to have Micah Parsons go to Green Bay last year and then Maxx come to Chicago this year, it would be devastating for us. So, if he goes to Dallas, he goes to Dallas. Kind of where I thought, Chicago in Dallas was my thoughts here. Right? Chicago was very strong, but it don't seem they want to be able to put up those 2 first-round draft picks so other teams can coop up and sweep in. I would prefer the Ravens the most, right? Go to the AFC. My goodness, that would be amazing. Not the NFC, the AFC. We'll see how that one goes, but this is ongoing. It definitely is. Man, look, I tell you what, the Minnesota Vikings are releasing everybody. Jonathan Grenard is on the trade market. Jonathan Allen, a free agent. The Vikings are dismantling their team, and we're hearing that they could get Geno Smith or Kyler Murray. They're having some issues over there. But Jonathan Allen, hey, there's another defensive tackle, right? We love defensive tackles. There you go. Another one, right? Another defensive tackle. But look, it's funny to see what the Vikings are doing here because they're kind of falling apart, man. I'm not looking to go ahead and beef everybody up in free agency. We don't need to have some magnificent free agency. We're signing 10,000 people. But you need to get a game. You need to get one guy at least, like a center. A Tyler Linderbaum would be great. I don't know if it's going to be difficult, but at least get a guy, just one, a pass rusher, something to help this team out. Other teams are making moves. Philadelphia making moves. Rams making moves. Bears making moves. Eagles making moves. We cannot just do nothing at all. The definition of insanity is that. Also, the definition of insanity, and let's go and get it here, is bringing in players who are always injured. Jedrick Mills injured. Always injured. I don't, it tells you all the stuff here of what he could do and all the PFFs. I don't care. He doesn't play that much. And that's a problem to me. The definition of insanity is bringing injured players into this organization. So I hope that this doesn't happen. Injury to me is my number one concern in bringing players into Detroit. We're drafting injured players and we bring in free agent injured players and then they end up being injured. So I hope this is not correct. This organization needs to learn, stop bringing in players that are consistently injured. And I tell you what, if we bring in players that are injured, whether it be the draft or free agency, a lot of people are not going to like me on this channel because I am going to be negative about that. It's got to change. You having the all IR team every year is not helping. It's wasting money. You invest into a injured player, that money is thrown away. It keeps a roster spot there. It affects the cap. Just think about it again. If we did not bring in Marcus Davenport last year, we could have kept Carlton Davis and not bring in DJ Reed. We have to be smart and stop bringing in injured players in Detroit. So, I don't care about what he did in college. I don't care really what he did in the NFL that much. I want to see consistent ability to play, consistent availability. Consistent availability. So give me your thoughts in the comments below. Adios.